What's going on, everyone? How y'all doing today? Kai Uchiha here, coming with some more Road to Master Ball Tier Pokemon Shield Double Battles. Now, I went ahead and I did my casual battles last night while I was at work and everything, so that's why I'm kind of just going ahead and just jumping right into the ranked matches for today and everything. And I am going to try to see if I can go ahead and get to Great Ball Tier 8 with my teams. So with that being said, if you guys want to go ahead and watch this video, feel free. If you don't, that's perfectly fine. Also, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more. Hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload the videos, and share this video with your friends, because if they love Pokemon as much as I do, they'll get a kick out of these videos. So let's get in today's video. Alright, you guys, so like I said, let's get in today's video. So kind of, as you can see on the win to loss count and everything, and the number of battles that we've actually went ahead and did, the count is a little bit higher. I decided that I wanted to try to do a second video the same day that I went ahead and did my first video and everything, when we got that clutch moment and Gyarados going ahead and actually living on 1 HP and putting in the work that it needed to, just so then that way it can be able to survive the battle. I tried to do a second match, or tried to do a second video for the day, and it just didn't work out. So we're gonna go ahead and just scrap that whole video, and we're just gonna go ahead and start something new. So as you can see, this team is going to consist of Tyranitar, Rotom Wash, Excadrill, Mandibuzz, Clefairy, and Togekiss. So he's got 2 fairy types, he's got 2 dark types, he's got himself a steel ground type and a rock type, and he's got himself an electric water type as well too. So if I really had to make a choice here, I honestly can say that that Grimmsnarl puts in work. And I honestly can say that Haxorus puts in work too, but we really gotta be careful about those fairy types. Which, in most cases, I would probably go ahead and say that Copperajah will probably be the best candidate for this situation. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bring in Scrafty and Copperajah, and I think Gyarados will probably be the prime candidate for this situation. If we don't see, if we do see the Rotom Wash, then we might be in a bit of a bind. But I'm gonna go with that team, because I honestly think that he probably might even not bring Rotom Wash. There's always a possibility that he probably won't bring it. He might probably bring like Tyranitar, the Tyranitar Excadrill lead to go ahead and get that Sandstream shenanigans and stuff like that. But we'll just have to go ahead. Yeah, so they're gonna go ahead and go with the Tyranitar Excadrill, and I'm gonna get an Intimidate off on the Excadrill and this Tyranitar to go ahead and kick things off. Now, the prime candidate for going ahead and actually Dynamaxing here will definitely be the Tyranitar in most cases. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to go ahead and put all of my focus onto the onto this Excadrill, at least for now, because the thing is that so they're actually going to go ahead and switch out the Excadrill, and they're going to go into Togekiss. So that was a smart play on their part. And they're going to go ahead and Dynamax the Tyranitar here to probably go for probably like a max Rockfall, I want to say. Or probably like a max Quake or something. I don't know. But we're going to go for the Fake Out onto the Togekiss. And we're going to go for a Drain Punch as well. Of course, it's not going to really do that much damage just because of the fact that So it's going to go for Max Knuckle into the Scrafty slot to go ahead and raise up its attack power back to neutral. Okay, so I'm going to go for the Reflect here. And I need to at least go ahead and I think I'm gonna just go ahead and allow and let my Scrafty kick the bucket right here. I'm not really sure. Actually, I think my best solution is to go ahead and go for the Drain Punch onto the Tyranitar to try to see if I can be able to live with the help of the Reflect. So here comes the Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, that's that. What is with the crits with Togekiss, man? I mean, Grimmsnarl is gonna live on 3, but it's gonna get knocked out after. And it doesn't even matter because Grimmsnarl got knocked out because of the hail or the sandstorm. I don't know what it is. So I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go into my Gyarados and my Kaparaja. And I think I'm gonna just go after this Tyranitar. Because I think that would be the best solution for me to do. I mean, it's got its last turn of Dynamax. We've seen Excadrill. The Togekiss is kind of, is already, kind of in that point where it's just like, it's almost down. I think a Waterfall at this point plus, Max Steel Surge. So, he's gonna go for Follow Me and make me go ahead and attack the Togekiss instead. Here comes a Max Rockfall into my Gyarados. That's, of course, a given. And now my Gyarados is down. But here comes the G-Max Steel Surge into the Togekiss. And it's going to set up the Steel-type Stealth Rocks onto the opposing side's team. The Tyranitar is going to go down here. Back to its regular form. And it did bring they did bring Rotom. Okay. So that's good to know. I think the best solution for me to do is to actually go into the it's gonna go for T-Bolt and go for Superpower. And it gets an attack drop and defense drop. And I'm gonna pop my weakness policy to get the attack boost. And I'm gonna go for the Max Overgrow into the Rotom slot. And I do one shot. So it's a 2v1 situation with my Kaparaja being G-Maxed and the Tyranitar going ahead and probably going for Superpower to try to go ahead and take down try to take down my Kaparaja here. But I did break a potential Focus Sash onto the onto the Excadrill here. So here comes the EQ. And it's got a weakness policy. Are you serious? Wow, so it used an Earthquake to pop its own weakness policy to get a boost in its attack to try to take me out. Wow, that was completely one-sided. But props to my opponent. Alright guys, we found ourselves another trainer. We're going up against Nabis. And this team is going to have Obstagoon, Conkeldurr, Torkoal, Cherrim, Whimsicott, and Marowak. This team is relatively very slow, and I don't see any type of form of Trick Room or anything. But it probably might just go for like the Torkoal Drought with the Cherrim to actually go ahead and get that chlorophyll, if I had to make a guess here. But I think the best solution for me to do is to go ahead and go with the Grimmsnarl Salazzle lead, just in case. And then I'm going to bring Gyarados and Duraludon for the late game. Because I think that's going to be the best solution for me to do. But let's see what our opponent's going to go ahead and start. So he's going to go with the Torkoal Cherrim lead. I kind of had a feeling that's what's going to happen. So what's going to happen here is that the Torkoal is going to go ahead and set up the Drought, and the Cherrim's going to go into its second, or its other form, which is Flower Gift. Okay, so it's actually going to go ahead and just switch forms. I don't even think it's going to get, like, a boost. But I'm going to go ahead and go for the Fake Out onto the Torkoal, because the Torkoal's Burning Jealousy, Eruption, and all that other shenanigans is very annoying. So I'm gonna go for the Fake Out onto the Torkoal. So it's gonna go for Helping Hand, but since I have Fake Out on my Grimmsnarl with the Prankster, it's not gonna move this turn. And I'm gonna bop this Cherrim with the Flamethrower boosted into the sun and render this Cherrim useless. Since Torkoal got flinched and he has to go into his second Mon here, I think my next solution is to go ahead, and I think I'm gonna actually go for the Light Screen here. And I'm going to switch out my Salazzle, and I'm going to go into my Gyarados. Because Torkoal, because the Torkoal can't really do anything as far as, you know, probably going for like Eruption and stuff like that, or probably Burning Jealousy if I had to. So the Conkeldurr is going to go for Rock Slide, and Gyarados avoided the attack, which is tremendous. And it's going to go for Eruption. Okay. You know what? So the Conkeldurr's got, it's got the Guts ability. Alright, so usually I don't do this, but I think today is the day where I go ahead and I start wrecking people. I'm just going to go for the straight up Dynamax, and I'm going to set up the water. I'm going to set up the rain. We're going to do it. Big Boy Gyarados is going to go Big Boy. I usually never do this, and I have my G-Max Mons go ahead and be the ones for the candidates for Gigantamaxing and Dynamaxing, but I'm going to go ahead and go Big Boy status with my Gyarados here. So he's actually going to go ahead and Dynamax, I believe, the Conkeldurr. Yeah, so he's going to Dynamax the Conkeldurr. I should have went for the Max Airstream at this point, because that way I could have been able to go ahead and actually probably one-shot the Conkeldurr. So I'm going to set up the Reflect for myself, so then that way physical attack moves won't be doing that much. But I'm gonna go for the max geyser, and I'm gonna set up the rain. And here comes the max rockfall. So now the rain is completely renderous at this point. But hey, I mean, that's fine by me. Because here comes an eruption. That's not going to do anything. So the Conkeldurr gets hit with the sand. And Torkoal gets hit with the sand. So I'm going to go for the Thunder Wave. And I'm going to go for the max Airstream into this Conkeldurr. I went into the... Okay, so here comes the max Airstream into the Conkeldurr. The Conkeldurr is actually going to live. But I do get a little bit of, I do get a little bit of damage. My Gyarados is going to probably go down. Yeah. Gyarados goes down. But this is the one reason why I wanted to go ahead. This is the one reason why I was making sure that what the Conkeldurr was going to go ahead and do was focus in onto the, basically onto the not the Torkoal, but onto my Gyarados, because that way I can go ahead and bring in, I could probably go ahead and bring in my Salazzle at this point in the game, because the Torkoal is pretty much, the Torkoal can't really do anything to my Salazzle. And I'm going to go for the Thunder Wave onto the Torkoal. And I'm going to go for the Flamethrower play onto the Conkeldurr. I mean, I'm pretty sure I might go ahead and get one-shotted because of the fact that Conkeldurr still has one more turn of Dynamax left and everything. But I can try to at least go for the Flamethrower, try to see if I can be able to knock it out. Yeah, it's not going to be enough. So here comes another Max Rockfall. That's going to go ahead and seal the deal on my Salazzle. That's for definite sure. But that's fine. I mean, what I was, like I said, what I was basically doing was going ahead and making sure that the Torkoal, or not the Torkoal, but the Conkeldurr would go through its Dynamax turns on my Gyarados, so then that way he wouldn't be able to go ahead and get the Max Knuckle boost that it needed. So that way my Duraludon can go ahead and just sweep once he realizes that my Duraludon is going ahead and has the weakness policy. So here comes Conkeldurr. So now at this point, I'm just probably going to be clicking buttons until... So I'm going to go for the Dragon Pulse onto the Conkeldurr slot. And I'm just going to let Torkoal do its thing. I know for a fact that the Reflect is going to go ahead and not work. But there goes the Dragon Pulse. It's going to seal the deal on the Conkeldurr. Eruption comes off. And that's not going to do a thing to my Duraludon. And it's not going to do anything to my Grimmsnarl. But it still has one more turn of living. And my Duraludon is looking well at this point. And here comes Obstagoon. And I'm pretty sure the Obstagoon's got Obstruct to go ahead and protect itself. So I'm gonna go for Thunder Wave to paralyze, and I'm gonna go for Dragon Pulse onto the Obstagoon. Because I know the Obstagoon does get a fighting type move. So he's going to go for Protect onto the Torkoal. That's fine by me. Here comes the Thunder Wave. Oh, wait, I forgot. So he's gonna go for knock off and knock off my weakness policy. And here comes the Dragon Pulse. And he's got a berry. That's unfortunate. And I keep forgetting that the light screen is not gonna, or the Thunder Wave is not gonna work because Dark type Prankster doesn't work on Dark types. So he played that very well. Oh man, I think both of my mons are down. Wow, are you serious? Jesus. God, Jesus, man. Alright guys, we found ourselves our last trainer for today. We've lost twice so far, and I'm thinking that we're going to lose this one too. But if we end up winning, we win. If we lose, we lose. So we're going up against Whimsicott, Volcarona, Mienshao, Umbreon, Inteleon, Urshifu. This team is so different. I'm just gonna go ahead and go with Grimmsnarl, Duraludon, and I think what I'm gonna do is, if somehow we can go ahead and manage to bypass the Volcarona, we can go ahead and bring in Venusaur to go ahead and kind of just sweep up. And we're gonna go ahead and bring in Gyarados. But let's just see. He's gonna go with the Whimsicott and Inteleon lead. So I'm gonna go for. I think this Inteleon might just Dynamax or Gigantamax. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna go for the straight up Dynamax myself, and I'm just gonna go into the Whimsicott. And if the Whimsicott does have a Focus Sash, then it has a Focus Sash. But I am going to go for the light screen here, so then that way I can be able to go ahead and withstand the Inteleon's special attack output. So I'm pretty sure he's not gonna switch out anything. He's probably gonna go ahead and go with the G-Max Inteleon, like I said before. Oh, so he's not gonna go for the G-Max. But I went for the light screen anyways, just because of the fact that I wasn't really sure what it was gonna do. So here comes the Snipe Shot into my Grimmsnarl. And here comes the Max Steel Spike into the Whimsicott. Yeah, and it did have a Focus Sash. Of course, that was a definite given right there. But I do get a defense boost and everything. So Grimmsnarl is probably good for later. And I'm gonna go ahead and switch my Grimmsnarl out. And I'm gonna go for the G-Max depletion onto the Inteleon. So he actually withdraws his Inteleon and goes into Umbreon. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch out my Grimmsnarl and go into Venusaur. And the Whimsicott here is gonna go for Tailwind. And the G-Max depletion was gonna go into the Inteleon, but now it's gonna go into the Umbreon. So I'm gonna go for Sludge Bomb, Max Steel Spike, and try to take out the Umbreon, but I'm pretty sure it's probably have like Wish or something like that to go ahead and revive itself. Here comes a Dazzling Gleam. That's not going to do anything to either of my Mons. And here comes the Yawn. So I'm going to go ahead and go for the Max Steel Spike. I took down the Umbreon. And I get a defense boost. Here comes the Sludge Bomb into the Whimsicott. Took out the Whimsicott. My Black Sludge gets activated. And I know for a fact that he has Inteleon, so that's good to know. And I don't know what his next mon it's gonna have Mienshao. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do here is actually switch out my I'm gonna switch out my Venusaur so that way it doesn't get put to sleep. And I'm gonna go into Gyarados. And I'm gonna go for the Iron Defense because I know for a fact that the Mienshao does have a fighting type move here. But since it does have the priority with the Tailwind, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to handle, but still I can go ahead and still win this fight. So here comes the Fake Out. Here comes an Ice Beam. I knew it. I knew it. So here comes. So how many turns? So it does have one more turn of Tailwind left. I think what I'm going to do here is how many... I do have 2 defense boosts. So I'm just going to go ahead and go for... I'm just going to go for broke. Earthquake, Dark Pulse onto this Inteleon. I mean, the Mienshao is going to go ahead and take a little bit of chip damage, but that's fine. So I'm thinking that the Inteleon is going to go ahead and G-Max here. Yeah, that's the Inteleon. Here comes the Max Hailstorm. Into my Gyarados? Why are you going after my Gyarados? That makes no sense. Why are you going after my Gyarados? Here comes High Jump Kick. Oh man, I think that's gonna seal the deal on my Duraludon with the Earthquake. Come on. But you know what? I'm okay with that. Because now Gyarados has the Moxie boost. And now you're about to get yourself run the hell over. You're about to get your ass run the hell over. I'm gonna go for the fake out on the Mian Xiao. I don't care. I'm already at the point where I'm pissed. I've lost 2 matches, and this is my redemption right here. Fake out Mian Xiao, waterfall, get the Moxie boost, finish off the Inteleon. I don't care. He is really fixated on my Gyarados. Because he's afraid that, he's afraid of a Moxie boost. Get the Thunder Wave off. Paralyze the Inteleon. Make it a little bit slower. Here comes the Outrage. He is really fixated on my Gyarados. It's ridiculous of how fixated he is on it. Yeah, I knew it. The battle was gonna get canceled because he can't really do anything. So GG's to my opponent. I needed that win because I was really mad. I was really getting to that point where I was about to go ahead and throw my controller across the room. But I'm glad that we won that match. Let's go ahead and see where we are. We're probably still going to be in Great Ball Tier 7 because I think that's where my arc ends. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's where we're gonna go ahead and end the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it because I kind of did. And go ahead and leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more. Hit the notification bell and share this video with your friends. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.